but it would be something that you'd want to do really precise. Take your time. Hi guys, Brad here from Hearns Hobbies, and today I'd like to take a look at Tamiya's latest offering, the Tyrrell P34 six-wheeler. And this is the 1977 Argentine GP Edition. So let's jump right in and have a look. So this is, I haven't seen this one before. I don't think it's been out for quite some time out of the Tamiya catalogue. It's got really nice box art that we can see here. And this is different to the 1977 Monaco edition that we've had before, because this one's got a hard body, not painted Lexan. So let's jump in the box and have a look. Excuse me while I ruffle around. So we're greeted with some tyres. Now this chassis, the F103, uses foam tyres. So that's what we used to race with years ago. So of course, this is a six-wheeler model. So we've got two rather large rear tyres that we'll have to mount up. And then we've got four fronts. That's really cool and really unique to this model. And that's what made the car so unique in its time. Debuted in 1976, the P34 six-wheeler. Went through for I think a couple of years only. Yeah, and Tyrrell Race F1 team actually goes through the lineage all the way through to the current AMG F1 team over the different owners over the year. So yeah, first Tyrrell that raced was in 1968 if I'm not mistaken. So here we have the hard body, and it's two-piece injection molded. Really nice detail. I can see here that they've even gone to the trouble of dollying it up so it all fits really nicely in the packaging. Now a lot of you out there will probably choose to paint over it anyway and really get the hand finish and the really high gloss on there. But given that it's got the undercoat of the colours that you'll probably paint it, I think it's a really nice touch. Or you could just go ahead and put the decals straight over it. That is really cool, that little ABS body. Super precise injection molding like you'd come to expect. Yeah, and it's date stamped 2022. So this could be an all new body for this model. So I'm really glad that we got the chance to do an unboxing. 2022 moulding. Here we have the decal sheet. Now typical to me, it's going to be top quality, very comprehensive, so we can really go into detail and recreate the car exactly as it was raced. The same livery. Jumping right in now. We've got some wings, and we've got the rear wing section and aero package, again in the high quality injection moulding. Really nice. We've got our driver figure, we've got some mirrors there. We've got some body detail too, which is really nice. It's got oil coolers, radiators, air ducts, some of the steering componentry. Really nice. Looking a bit further into the box. Alright, here we go. So here we have the big bag of tricks. I'm going to go right in here and open this one up. So we've got our big period correct, somewhat Kydex material bumper bar. It's going to sit off the front there. Our Mabuchi 540 motor, tried and tested. Plenty of power for this direct drive car. We've got our Tamiya servo saver here, a P-parts tree, just synonymous with so many Tamiya kits. Our parts bag B, so I can see here we've got our steel axle in there, we've got some battery tape, we've got some suspension springs, stub axles and body mounts. Bag number A, or letter A, sorry, we've got the steering knuckles, hinge pins and wheel nuts, along with some rod ends and steering hardware. Bag C. Now this kit does come with bushings, so if you are planning on running it, and not a lot of people will, you probably want to go the extra mile and fit yourself some roller bearings in there. I can see the spur gear and of course the pinion, so it's really cool so that you can get it fired up with little to no hardware. Here we have some mounts and brackets. I'm tipping it's probably for the servo system or off the back wing mount. I'd say off the back of the cradle here, off the back of the motor pod. Looking further into the box, here we've got these big wheels. And you can see these F1 wheels, they're very much, like I said, being the foam, you literally just use double-sided tape on the wheel and squeeze the foam over it, and that is enough to hold it in all but the most serious racing conditions. We've got a little cover plate here to cover over the thrust race for the ball diff. So it's a ball diff model, this one. Got some wheel discs, bearing places. We've got a battery system. Now this body is surprisingly quite very scale, of course, but it's also very narrow, as was the real car. So you're not going to fit a 6-cell conventional stick pack across the chassis as it's supposed to mount. So I'd say that the modern lipo pack, something like 90mm, should fit easily along there, but you're not going to fit a full-size lipo pack in there. Not that you'll need it with the amount of runtime that you get out of it, but a handy little build tip. Okay, we've got 4 smaller front wheels, of course. Really cool. Here we have the motor pod assembly, which handles the motor on one side and obviously the axle here at the rear together. And here we have all our fiberglass or FRP chassis section and top plate. So we'll have the chassis, we'll have the rear pod bracket, and we'll have our top deck. So really cool. So let's jump into the instructions and have a look. Here you can see the beautiful artwork on the front. You can bet that this is going to be really clear and concise coming out of Tamiya. There's no reason why it wouldn't be. Yep, so straight into the first steps, building the turnbuckles onto your top deck, getting your suspension sorted, your front. You can see here the ingenious way that they've come up with the steering from the conventional steering blocks. Yeah, straight into it. So it wouldn't be a very complex build, this car. Definitely could be something that would only take you a couple of hours, but it would be something that you'd want to do really, really precise. Take your time and pay a great amount of attention to detail. So yeah, so that is the Tyrrell P34 six-wheeler, and that's the 1977 Argentine GP version. That's from Tamiya, and I'm from Hearns, and thanks for watching.